Tonight, Swanley, Kent, Paul Robinson, you told me, and all the rest of the IPW fans, you've got something to prove here tonight. The only thing that's going to be proven is that you're going up against the most sadistic wrestler in sports entertainment today, Sadistic Jack Storm. Robinson, you better be ready, and you better bring your A game. Because tonight, I'm gonna rip you apart!
Wrestling fans, I said, are you ready for the next match? Can we have the first wrestler to the ring, please?
Well, it's time for singles competition. A very interesting matchup to say the least, as two men with something to prove here as we close the year 2006 and they look to go into year 2017 with Mutton. You see making his way to the ring, Paul Robinson, the plucky youngster, but he's missing that usual spring in his step. You see him favouring the ribs as he ran down to ringside. Well, that's no thanks to our new under-23 national champion, Sam Slam.
Okay, fans, in the ring now, please give it up for Paul Robinson. And can we now have his opponent to the ring, please?
And of course we know that Paul Robinson, he's looking to get another shot at that under-23 championship. Of course, Robinson went all the way to the finals in Ware, Hertfordshire, before finally falling to Sam Slam. A massive spear and a 450 splash from the impressive Sam Slam. And if you haven't seen him, you can keep your eyes peeled, folks. That Sam Slam was a tough challenge for Paul Robinson. Look at the man he's facing now, Sadistic Jack Storm, sadistic by name and sadistic by nature, and just much like his tag team partner Dave Morales, the Sadistic Jack Storm's pissed off. He's upset that he can no longer be called one half of the IPW UK Tag Team Champions, and he's going to be looking to take out all his frustration tonight on poor Paul Robinson. But for anyone who knows Paul Robinson, I wouldn't start wiping him out just yet. Jack Storm, not quite the fan favourite. But Storm's never pandered for the love of IPW UK fans, and many would argue that's why he's been so successful. See referee Andy Corden trying to calm down Jack Storm. The bell sounds and it's time to get this contest underway. Paul Robinson versus Jack Storm. And look, you can already see the size advantage which Jack Storm has over Robinson. And look at him, he's talking smack into the face of Paul Robinson, and that's not going to intimidate Robinson. Maybe a few years ago, but Paul Robinson, since joining IPW UK, has increased in confidence and increased in ability, and Robinson's not going to let Jack Storm intimidate him here. Let's just hope for Jack Storm's sake that he doesn't let the fans get to him here. The fans are all against him. So it could be quite an interesting mess of styles, but Jack Storm's not even going to get Robinson a chance. He just cuts him off from the onset, and now look at Jack Storm unloading all over Paul Robinson. There's some killer instinct from Storm, but there's a fire back from Paul Robinson, and of course we know Paul Robinson will never give up. Well, he went to send Storm off the ropes. Jack Storm with a reversal. Robinson ducks out a clothesline attempt. Hurricane Rana, nicely done. And a big drop kick, and Jack Storm's been floored. Paul Robinson went for a high cross body. Storm cuts him off, sends him into the corner. Look at Paul Robinson almost hung on the ropes. Of course, we're using a bigger ring here tonight, only emphasising the size disadvantage that Paul Robinson's got here. A high cross body from the top rope gave Robinson all the elevation he needed, but he could only get a 2 count, and you saw the way he favoured the ribs. That high cross body may have been a bad move from Robinson. Of course, since IPW UK has been picking up the pace, increasing the number of shows, the number of injuries to our... Oh my! Let's say the number of injuries to our participants has increased. I mean, Ashley Reed's just come off a long layoff. It's good to see him back in the squared circle, but it's just an example of how competitive professional wrestling is. There's no off-season for professional wrestling, and with IPW UK increasing the amount of shows that we run, it's just becoming more and more physically demanding for our wrestlers. And Paul Robinson's a bigger example of that point as anything else. You see him favouring those niggling injuries, the ribs. He's lost some kind of a spring in his step, if that makes sense. And Jack Storm knows that, and he's targeting those ribs with knees to the spine, and now a knee clear to the ribs. Of course, you saw Sam in those wars against Paul Robinson apply the bear hug with such effect and almost fold him up in half with the spear. And the under 23's tournament, the 450 splash falls down onto those ribs. Jack Storm knows that Paul Robinson's hurt, and he's going to look to take advantage of that fact here tonight. And now look at Storm, he's choking him, and you... I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. You just can't expect Jack Storm to stick to the rules. He's found success in all this cheating. And now look at him, he's draped the head and neck across that middle strand, sucking the life out of Paul Robinson's body. Highly illegal, but Jack Storm is working within the rules. He's working within that 5 count. And now look at him taking those cheap shots at the exposed ribs of Paul Robinson. Some may call Jack Storm irrational, but he's certainly not illogical, as he is very methodical of his breakdown. As you see the backbreaker, and again that's going to hurt the ribs. And Paul Robinson is going to need all the help he can get from the fans here live at the White Oak Leisure Centre in Swanley. And of course, to be a part of IPW UK Live, don't forget to check out www.ipwuk.com. And you saw the way Jack Storm had Paul Robinson in the corner there. Normally, he would go for the choke across the throat, but instead, he went for pressing the boot into the ribs and pushing down with every ounce of strength in his body before taking a series of cheap shots. Jack Storm knows exactly what he's doing in the squared circle, and despite the fact that Robinson fighting back, boot to the skull, Robinson gets himself on the second rope, leapfrog over using his speed Pele-like kick, and that takes down Jack Storm, and there's a cover. 2 count only. Kick to the hamstring, Storm down to one knee, he went for that tornado kick, but still on the feet. Oh my, Tilton well through to his ribs, short arm clothesline combination, and Robinson's down, Storm hook of the leg, 2 count only. I think Jack Storm's letting the crowd get to him here. It's very uncharacteristic for Storm. I don't know, maybe he's enjoying it actually. Maybe he's enjoying feeding off the crowd's positive response for Paul Robinson. Jack Storm, we know he wants to do everything. He's stated on numerous occasions that he wishes to kill all the fans' heroes. And of course we saw Jack Storm last year in that vicious war with Spud, which ended at the close of this year. And why did Jack Storm target Spud? His former best friend, because the fans cheered for him. And now Jack Storm, you see where the knee is right in the small of the back, and that is gonna hurt those ribs again. I cannot emphasize enough, Jack Storm has done his homework going into this one. And a series of forearms again across the lower back, and Paul Robinson is almost on Dream Street here. This one could, well, I speak too soon, never write Robinson off. Robinson from nowhere with a series of thunderous strikes. Jack Storm with a reversal once more. Robinson, however, floats over, sends Storm off the rope, spinning heel kick, takes down Jack Storm. Ducks out a clothesline. Springboard kick, nicely done. Could this be it? There's a 2 count only. Paul Robinson failed to hook the legs, but I don't think he even could if he wanted to. Robinson now got the hair of Storm, but Storm with a kick to a midsection. He went for a vertical suplex again. Robinson floats out. Going for a Hurricane Rana, perhaps no, traverses into a DDT, and now can Paul Robinson finish this one? And again a 2 count only, and again you notice one arm was draped across Jack Storm and the other arm was clutching at those injured ribs. Paul Robinson has had so much taken out of him, not just in this contest but in recent weeks. I'm not sure he can function at 100%, even if he wanted to. Kick to the midsection from Jack Storm, cuts off Robinson. Ouch! And that's going to fold up Paul Robinson like an accordion, the hook of the leg. Paul Robinson kicks out, but how much longer can he stay in this one? That maneuver, that suplex from Jack Storm, it folded Paul Robinson up, compacted the spine, put all the pressure on the ribs, and Jack Storm knew exactly what he was doing on that one. Now look at Jack Storm. He's like a shark that smells blood, waiting for his prey to get up, unawares. Paul Robinson, I'm not sure he even knows where he is, but Jack Storm is just going to measure him here. Big kick to the midsection to those ribs. Powerbomb to the knee, oh my good lord. Lateral press, Jack Storm. Paul Robinson kicked out again. I think Jack Storm thought he had him. And look at the look of disbelief in the face of Jack Storm. What's it going to take to put Paul Robinson away? He might not have to wait too long for that answer as Jack Storm sends Robinson off the ropes. Hoists him up onto the shoulders now. Death Valley drive, but did you see the way Jack Storm held onto the body and it... Paul Robinson again kicked out and Jack Storm again can't believe it, and Jack Storm's getting increasingly more frustrated with his inability to put Paul Robinson away. Jack Storm's going to have to be careful now not to lose his focus, but Paul Robinson's still very much in this one despite the fact that he's battered. And Paul Robinson now is like a wounded animal, but watch out for his strikes because we know that wounded animals are more dangerous when they're fighting for their life, and that could be exactly what Paul Robinson's doing here as he falls out, and there's the Insecurity to the back of the skull, and there's a roll-up. This could be it, and no! And just like that, it could have been over. Paul Robinson couldn't get it all on the cover, and there's another kick to the midsection. Powerbomb into the corner, oh my! And look at the look of pain on the face of Paul Robinson. Kick to the midsection. Powerbomb to the canvas. Jack Storm lifts him up. Powerbomb to the knee. Hook of the leg. And surely that's academic, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Sadistic Jack Storm.
Well, Paul Robinson, he fought bravely, he refused to give up, he kept on kicking out, and Jack Storm got increasingly more frustrated, but eventually it was a combination of powerbombs, the powerbomb into the corner, the powerbomb onto the canvas, and then finally, the final nail in the coffin, the powerbomb to the knee. Jack Storm defeats the injured Paul Robinson. But believe me when I say this, Paul Robinson's done himself proud, and I know Jack Storm has done a lot more than he thought he would have to defeat Paul Robinson. Look at him getting in the face of the crowd here. And Jack Storm looks pleased with himself. He's defeated Paul Robinson, he's left him lying in a heap on the floor. Look at Paul Robinson, he's getting back to his feet. It's a great effort from Paul Robinson. Jack Storm turns back to the ring, he hasn't. He's eyeballing Paul Robinson, who's still standing in the ring. Paul Robinson's got himself back to his feet. Very gallant effort from... Jack Storm's coming back to the ring. Don't ask me what Jack Storm's doing back in the ring. This match is over. Jack Storm eyeballing Paul Robinson. Come on, Jack! There's a backbreaker, Jack Storm holds on. There's a second backbreaker, and again Jack Storm holds on. And this match is over. Oh my! Not content with beating Paul Robinson, Jack Storm wants to leave him paralysed, crippled. He seemed pissed off, straight up pissed off, but Paul Robinson got back to his feet. And Paul Robinson again, showing tremendous courage, tremendous guts, clawing his way back to his feet. Jack Storm turns around. Jack Storm seeing Paul Robinson. Just stay down, Paul. Jack Storm sees Paul Robinson back to his feet. Paul Robinson's hurt, he's wounded, but he's still got his pride and he's still got his respect. Jack Storm's saying, are you nuts? Paul Robinson's still got his pride. He's not going to back down from Jack Storm. And maybe finally Jack Storm's going to show Paul Robinson the respect. He's saying, what are you trying to prove? He's... Paul Robinson turns... Oh my! A kick to the ribs, to the back. Big power bomb. Jack Storm hangs on, and there's a second power bomb in quick succession. And oh my, a third one to the knee, and this is getting difficult to watch. We need to get some officials out, and this needs to be broken up. Paul Robinson has been knocked down for the count by Jack Storm. Jack Storm yelling at him, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? And he looks back and he sees Paul Robinson still down, but well, Paul Robinson's calling for a microphone.
Is that all you've got, Jack? I've got 2 broken ribs, and I'm still standing. Come on, Jack. I've still got plenty of fight in me. Get back here, you useless piece of crap! Come on, Jack! I ain't finished! Come on! 2 broken ribs!
Jack Storm answering Paul Robinson's challenge. I think Paul's got more guts and brains here. Jack Storm's back in the ring. They call him Sadistic Jack Storm for a reason. Jack Storm, is he showing mercy to Paul Robinson?
Robinson! You've not only proven you are crazier than me! But you have also proven that you deserve the respect and honour of each and every one of these IPW fans here tonight! I'm not a nice man. But Paul, in front of everyone here tonight, I want to let you know and them know that you have earned my respect.
Oh, come on, Jack Storm. Just when you thought that Jack Storm was going to show some kind of decency, cradle pile driver. This man makes me sick. Jack Storm's just proven why people call him sadistic, but quite frankly, he makes me sick. Paul Robinson, he's earned my respect, that's for sure. Look on that kisser.